Em chào anh chị ạ. Chào cả nhà. Sorry, don't worry, I would like to speak in Vietnamese for the guest today. Anh chị, mình vui lòng đợi khoảng mấy phút nhé, để mọi người có một số anh chị khác cũng đang vào nhưng đang gặp một chút cái trục trặc ấy. Thì để mọi người vào thì mình sẽ cùng bắt đầu với cái chương trình ngày hôm nay. Thì cái chuỗi này gồm có 2 phần. Phần 1 là về giới thiệu về một số cái tool để mình quản lý các thiết bị mạng, quản lý tập trung đó. Thì có một số tool để giúp mình quản lý từ xa, mình giám sát các tình trạng trạng thái làm việc, và một số cái kỹ thuật để mình có thể triển khai cái phần mạng này một cách nhanh nhất. Thì Advantech có một số cái AXM hay là một số cái USB, cái dạng hub để mình có thể là đắp kết cái phần cấu hình cái thiết bị mạng của mình, hay là backup cái phương án cấu hình mạng. Cái buổi thứ nhất. Sang đến tuần sau thì bọn em có một cái buổi khác về chuyên sâu hơn về các cái phần mình đi vào cấu hình chi tiết, ví dụ như là ring hay là một số cái về VLAN, thì sẽ vào buổi thứ hai. Thì hy vọng là qua buổi đầu tiên này thì mọi người có cái nhìn thứ nhất là tổng thể về kiến trúc mạng và cái phần quản lý hệ thống. Cái buổi thứ hai thì khi mà mọi người có được cái nhìn về tổng quan về hệ thống thì mọi người sẽ có các câu hỏi liên quan đến phần triển khai chi tiết hơn, hay là mình sẽ cấu hình thực tế một số cái câu hỏi của anh chị khi mà các anh chị triển khai thực tế cái hệ thống này, thì anh chị gặp phải thì anh chị có thể đưa ra các câu hỏi.
So can everybody see my screen right now?
Yes.
With my slide for
Yes.
Advantech
Yes.
solution. Okay. Hello everyone. This is Advantech IIoT Industrial Switch PM Dorothy, and thank you for joining this training courses today. And we'll also have our AEJ here. So for today, I'll have an introduction with our industrial switch with management and our management, or PoE and non-PoE solution. And also our AE will do some presentation and demonstration for you guys, and for with our AKI switches with different advanced functions. Okay, so if you have any question, please don't hesitate to interrupt me to advise, or maybe we can have a discussion for this. Okay. So here you can see is Advantech communication total solution, and we do have different layers products, such like the layer industrial connectivity, and this will based on different protocols, which here you can see our Ethernet IP switches, and maybe also we do have other switches which supported with Profinet and OPC UA. And also you can see for this network infrastructure layer, and we do have our converters and our Ethernet switches, which also we do also have the PoE and protocol switch here. And also you can see for this EN5155, and this is our chain switches. But today we'll focus on our Ethernet switches and based on the management and on management to do the introduction. And also I think here we just write down the name with IXM switches, and this is also this feature is also bundled with our management switches for no problem. Okay, so today we will focus on this network infrastructure layer, and we do also have other products which support in the public network and network edge layer, and such as like cellular routers and also the smart swarm devices. And we do also have industrial LAN routers and mobile routers. So if you do have any further question about these layers products, so please let me know, and I will transfer the responsible PM for you. Okay. Okay, here is our industrial switch portfolio, and you can see here for the management Ethernet switches, we do have the 5 ports until 28 ports supported, which we do have different configuration, and you can choose any management switches based on what your request and what your application needs. And our management switches is the cost-effective features inside, and we do have support with thin rail installation type, and also have rack mount installation type for 1U 19-inch rack. Okay, for our AK 7000 series, and this series are supported with 4 layer 2 for 4 of layer 2 management functions, and we do also have the IXM feature for the easy and fast deployment, and we will do have a presentation about these features later. And also for the 10G bandwidth for the specific models, and we do have 3 models which support 10G uplink bandwidth, and also have already launched this year. So if you do have any further question about the 10G switches, please let me know. Okay, and here you can see our AK 6000 and 9500 series, and this series are for railway system and also complied with EN 50155. So, and this series are mostly for the chain. So we want to further introduction for this chain switches, and this chain switch is responsible for another PM. So if you do have any question, or maybe you have any application and need to use the chain switches, and I can transfer the correct PM for you. Okay, and here let's talk about the AK 9000 series, and this series are certified with the IEC 61850-3, which is also for the substation. And we do also have another product which supported with HSR-PRP. And so I think the 9000 series are for specific application. So today we won't do too much introduction for this application use. So if you do have any inquiry about maybe for the substation or power energy, and please let me know, and we can have another training courses or introduction for you. Okay, so for the last one is our layer 3 management switches, and the model is followed by AK 9600 and 9700 series. So this is our L3 management Ethernet switches, and I'll have an introduction later. Okay, here you can see our profit market fit for from the bottom, and you can see the management switches. And for our management switches, mostly the feature is, as you know, is cost effective and easy installation for plug and play. So you can try to see this one. The management switches are mostly go with the IEM or iFactory, and maybe for your ITS using an ENE. So we do have lots of different configuration with our management switches. Okay, and for the layer 2 management switches, and for this series are mostly go with the network infrastructure, and maybe for smart city and transportation. So for our management switches, they mostly go with the project base. So I think we will have the we will focus on the introduction on our management switches for you today. Okay, and from the top, then you can see here is our L3 management switches, and the L3 switches are also go with the network segmentation. So for this one, I'll see if you do have any further question, then maybe they can have a further discussion later. Okay, and here you can see is our AKI 2000 and 5000 management switches. The AKI 2000 series contains a variety of connection methods, such as fast Ethernet and gigabit Ethernet. And we do also have PoE and non-PoE switches. And we do also comply with AO2.3 AT and AF, and also have you can see this picture here, and we do also have the built-in fiber model. Okay, and for the AKI 5000, we do certified with different certification, such like ATEX for the explosive environment and the E-automation E13, and also certified with UL. So if you do have any, maybe you have some explosive environment that need to install with the switches, then you can refer to our AKI 5000 series. Okay, so this slide is for our AKI 2000s, and you can see we have two installation type, and one is for wall mount, and the other one is for the thin rail mount, and it's easy to install it, so it won't cost a lot, and also save your time. That you can install your switch with any different spaces. Okay, and for this one, this is our most compact management switches, and the AKI 2525Li. This is the smallest industrial Ethernet switch of Advantech, and which also support wide operating temperature, and also and we do also have support 12 to 48 volt DC power input, and there's also a DC jack and support the P-field relay. And we do also have another accessory with the power adapter that can support the power to AKI 2525. Okay, and for this one, it's an interesting one. This one is our AKI 2528I-M12. So this management switch is certified with IP67 and with M12 connector, and this will focus on this market into IEM, like the heavy machinery, like trunk or crane in the construction and mining. So maybe if I'm not quite sure if you do have any application need for this kind of product. So just for your reference, so if you have any question, or maybe your application environment and need such kind of M12 connector, then you can contact me for the further information for this model. Okay, and for this one is for our AKI 5000 series protocol switches, and our AKI 5000 protocol switches to support with different protocol communication, such like Modbus TCP and Ethernet IP and Profinet. So if you have any further question about the specification for these protocol switches, please contact me for further information. And we won't do much introduction today, but maybe if you are interested in our protocol switch, then we can have another introduction for this. Okay, let's go into our most important part today. So we do have the layer 2 management switches with our Advantech portfolio. So here you can see we support different type with PoE and non-PoE series, and also supported with different port combination, such like the 4 plus 2 gigabit SFP, and also up to 24 ports with fast Ethernet or gigabit Ethernet, and plus 4 giga SFP. And we do, and you can see this one, our AK7428 is based on the Raymond type. And for our AK7706 and 7708, 10, 12, and 16 and 20, so this series go with DINRA type. And we do have also provide the commercial grade, which can support up to 60 Celsius, and also have wide temperature supported, which can support up to 75 Celsius. Okay. Okay, here you can see our PoE offering. Our PoE offering switches, we do have the AK7000 series, and also have the you can see the see this picture. We do have the DINRA type, and for this Raymond type. This Raymond type is supported with our AK7428G, and this products these products are also complied with 802.3 AT and AF. Okay, and here is our PoE offering with management switches. So here you can see our AK2525 to 2528, and these go with, and these are all complied with the standard 802.3 AF, and which the power budget can up to 60 watts per each device. And for the AK2706, this model is complied with 802.3 AT and AF, and which can support the power budget up to I cannot see can support the power budget up to 120 watts. And for the AK2712-4FPI, this one can support up to the power budget 240 watts. And for the last one, the AK2726 FHPI, this one can support with the power budget to 120 watts. Just note that the PoE the power over Ethernet should be based on your category cable with 2-pair transmission. Okay, and here let's talk about the PoE offering with our management switches. I think the left one. So the first one, our AK7712G-4FMPI, this is a special one because this one is complied with the new power over Ethernet standard with 802.3 BT, which can support up to 90 watts per port. So for this model, you should use the Cat5 you should use the Cat6 cable because the AO2.3 BT should be go with the 4-pair transmission. And our list product can support it up to 370 watts. And this product is a particular one because we do support the port 1 to port 6, and which can support up to 30 watts. But our port 7 and port 8 can support up to 90 watts per each. So I think maybe for the current market, because more and more power need of camera, so maybe the power sourcing, maybe for the power sourcing they do need over 60 watts per each camera. So if you have any application, or maybe you have such kind of camera that need more power, then you can refer to our 7712G for FMPI. And for the next one, for the AK7720G-4FPI, this is our new product and which will launch next month. And this one support up to 16 gigabit PoE port, and also complied with AO2.3 AT and AF, and also have 4 SFP plus port inside. And for this one, the power budget can support it up to 420 watts. So if you have any application environment, and also need to provide the power to many PDs, then you can refer to this one because this one supports up to 16 PoE ports. And for the next one is our AK7708 and 10 and 12. So these 3 models are based on different port configuration, which also complied with AO2.3 AT and AF. Okay, and for the last one, this one, AK7428G-4CI is our rack mount installation type management switches. And this one, we also support up to 24 gigabit PoE port plus 4 SFP. But this one is only complied with AO2.3 AT and AF, and the power budget can support it up to 685 watts. So you can see here for the different port combination and different power budget. So you can refer to our PoE offering family to choose which one is suitable for your application. Okay, and here is for our layer 3 management switches. So as you know, many more and more applications that maybe you need to connect it to the layer 2 management switches to do the aggregation. So you can refer to our layer 3 management switches. And here I list the 4 benefits with layer 3 switches. And for the first one, then our AK 9000 series support the routing and NAT feature. And the second one is great network security, because we do have security pack with our AK switches, and also with the for the third, the IP management efficiency. So we do have support an AT function to facilitate the higher IP management efficiency. And this one is for our AK 9600 model. And for the last one is about the routing protocol, because we do have support the RIP V1 and OSPF V2 function with our AK9728. Okay, and here you can see for the for this one. Okay, here you can see for this one the top. You can see the top switch of this picture, and this one is our AK9728G, and this one is go with 24 port with RJ45 and A combo port with RJ45 and SFP, and we do also have 410G SFP plus port for our AK9728G, and this one is also for the rake mount type for the 1U 19-inch rake. And the second one is our AK9612G-4I. This one is go with steering wheel type installation, and this one is go with 8 gigabit RJ45 and 4 SFP ports. And for the 9628G, this one is also go with the 24 ports and plus 4 SFP combo ports. So we do have 3 models which are for with their 3 management function. But just please know that we do not support our layer 3 management switches do not support the PoE function. Okay, so just let me just transfer to the function part, and here is our IXM feature for fast deployment, and the benefit is the IXM can for the fast deployment can save your time, and we do also have a friendly used for with the web GUI used, and also you can use it anywhere. Just can log in. You just only need to log in with your switches. Then we do have this feature inside our switches, and we will do more. We will do more introduction later. Okay, and for this one, the WebAccess MMS, as you know, we do have this. This is quite such like a web GUI based, and you can use the web browser to log in. And we do have the auto topology and can join the topology which you need. You only need to install your switches and just configure the IP address. Then we will draw the auto topology such like let's go to next one here. Okay, so you can for the auto topology if you just connect it with your AK switches, then we can have a drawing for you. So administrator doesn't need to draw this picture like this. Then we can do this for you with our MMS. And you can also see the different connection cable, which is like the green cable and the red cable. These colors are showed the status of connection that you can see it on this topology picture. And we do also have the remote control, such like a Google Map. Then you can see where is the switch is located. And for the control management, we do also have the the AMS can help you to manage our switches with extra features, maybe such like the VLAN setting, or you can do the firmware upgrade, or just do the configuration backup. Okay, so it's quite easy to use. And we also have an AMS introduction later by our AE. Okay. Okay, for here is our new product with our AK management switches with 10G uplink bandwidth. And here you can see the 8K7412G-4XP. This one is compliant with 802.3 ATNF AF, which support up to the power budget 140 watts. And this model had already launched. So if you interested in this model, if you are interested with our 10G models, then maybe we can provide a sample for you testing. And for this one is our AK7420G-4X and -4XP. So this model is for the 4X, this is non-PoE product, and for the -4XP, this is our this one to have PoE supported with power budget 400 watts. And these two models are already MP last month, so you can refer to our 2028 port with PoE and non-PoE products with the 10G series. And for this one, the AK24OX, this one is supported with 10 gigabit, but this one is on management which is supported, and there's no management function inside. Because our target market is focused on such as the machine vision and vision inspection. So we don't, also there's no need for the management features with it. And for this model, we expect it to be launched in the end of this year. So if you do have any interest, if you have interested about this one, please let me know. Then maybe I can have a discussion with you. And for this one is our AK50 port configuration switches, and this one are these two models also go with 48 gigabit plus 610G port with SFP plus, and we do also have PoE and non-PoE function inside. And for these two models, we will these two models are in our roadmap and expected to launch in the end of this year. So if you have any inquiry and need to support it up to 48 port with the 10 gigabit with 10 gigabit bandwidth, uplink bandwidth, then maybe you can refer to this one. Okay. So here is our just a test, is a success story for your reference. And for this one is our customer, and they use our AK9628, the layer 3 switches, and the application is for the ETC project in China. And they do use install here to connect all the devices on the highway. So, and if you need a full story about this project, then I'll provide related information to you later. Okay. And for this application is about the port surveillance, and the location is in Dubai. And our customers do need to use the PoE functions to install in this application. And they use our AK7712 here and to make a ring topology. So if you do have any inquiry or question, such like this application, then you can asking for our AE for help. Then we can try to figure out the topology for you, because you can see they use the AT7712 with the PoE model to support the power to then a camera. And make the switches such like connected with the ring topology. And they also use our web NMS to do the management control to monitor all the switches status. Okay. And here is another project, and this project is creating an integration platform management system, and the application is for the multi-system integration and also located in China. So they use this topology is a little quite the same as the previous one, but they use our AT7710E-2C to do the ring topology. And also here, they use the 7710E-2CP, these PoE switches, to provide the power to the monitoring system like CCTV. Okay. And for this one is our biggest project in China, and this is for the solder central management. And you can see here you can see they use our AKI real type management switches and with the layer 3 switches. The topology is based on different X-ring topologies. So and they use the WebAccess NMS to do the management control to monitor different ring topology. And this application is used for up to 7,000 pieces, 7,000 pieces mirrors to collect all the to connect the solder thermal power plant. So if you do have much interesting about this topology, then I'll provide the whole story for you, and you can refer to the whole story and how Advantech support with this different how Advantech support this application and topology used. Okay, so I think today for the product introduction will be stopped here. And do you have any question about our product? And maybe for the I think maybe if you have any question about our product specification, please let me know.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. So I would like to introduce our engineer from SQ, Jay, to introduce about some tool and tip for you guys for manage your switches. In case like for some of our customers who have a lot of keys, which is located in the different sites, so we would like to to manage from the remotely. So Jay,
yes,
turn.
Okay, so I think our AJ will introduce the web and SSMS and IXM and X-ring features today. So for the others features, we will have a training next time. So let's I think maybe we can start with we can start it right now. Okay.
Yes.
Please give me 1 minute.
Sure.
OK. 你可以自己用我的讲demo 你就放弃那个等一下。
Vâng, tiếp theo thì bạn Jay bạn sẽ giới thiệu về một số cái tool để mình quản lý cái thiết bị của mình. Vì em thấy các anh chị là một số đơn vị đã vận hành một số lượng thiết bị cũng rất là nhiều, và ở các cái site nhà máy rồi thì các cái trạm thu phí, các cái trạm điện là vị trí khác nhau. Cái nhu cầu mình quản lý tập trung thì là cần thiết. Thì bạn ấy sẽ giới thiệu về cái tool thứ nhất là cái phần quản lý, cái thứ hai là cái AXM để mình cấu hình. Hai cái phần chính cho bạn Jay, bạn sẽ giới thiệu trong phần tiếp theo. Các anh chị nếu ai có câu hỏi gì liên quan thì anh chị mình có thể là đặt câu hỏi trực tiếp vào phần cuối của cái buổi này, hoặc là mình để lại trong cái chat box thì bọn em sẽ trả lời bằng tiếng Anh hoặc tiếng Việt. Hello. Hey Jay.
Okay. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
You can, yeah.
Okay. So let's beginning our next session. Hello everybody, my name is Jay. I'm IoT Industrial Switch AE. So in next session, we will introduce our WebAccess NMS. It's a software from development and used for managing our industrial switch. And so in the later, I will introduce the requirement and including hardware and application, web screen, like this later. So let's begin our NMS training. In here, we'll introduce our what is web-based NMS and our key features, and then we'll tell you how to installation and the configuration for our NMS. We know the network is more complex today and larger, so to how to measure our switches more efficiency. Now we will use the solution is use WebAccess NMS, so you can measurement all the devices using the NMS to draw in the topology automatically, and even if one day any switch or port link down or fail, it will notice you in your NMS measurement server. So any event will send to the central NMS web screen. So administrator just need to sit in the office, and any point failed, the engine will notice you from your web screen. All the protocol is using the SMP and the LLDP. So it's a more powerful measurement for a network and all the devices, and we can compatible for the IE, Google, Chrome, and the Firefox, like this, all the browser. And here is also special key features, also including industrial measurement switch system and virtual measurement like topology, ring, event, device status, and performance monitoring. And most application is auto topology. We can draw in the ring, wireless, cellular, trunk, and the PoE connection status in our AMS topology view. On here is a requirement, basic requirement for the AMS server, because it's a AMS server, so the hardware requirement is a little higher, like the CPU and the RAM, HG, and hard disk space OS. So I think most new computer, new PC performance can have the requirement. So let's see here is the AMS screen. After you install our AMS, the screen is like this. And for the left side, you can see the device list. After you discover all our measurement switch, left side here, it will list all the devices here. And the left side, down here is device properties. Here is a description about the device, more detailed information, like device name, IP address, alias, MAC address, and so on. And in the middle screen, you can see the ring here. Normal connection is a green line. Once any connection fail, the connection will become changed color to red. And so it's a basic screen here. And the button area is the trap event. If any device polling failed or link down, and like a cold start, one star, we can send the SMP trap to alarm the administrator. Some device is gone, and tell you the priority depends on the trap. You can also define it. We have 4 priority: emergency, normal, and normal status, emergency trap, and minor and major, 4 kind of trap. You can define by yourself. And here is so far we can measurement the switches in our devices listed in here, including the measurement switch, our device server, wireless, and the ProView switches. And also we can support our industrial PC like Uno and Arc. And here is some features list for our AMS, like automatic generate topology and all device connection, and support all Advantech Ethernet-based product, firmware configuration maintenance, and we can measure our device up to 4,000 nodes and use HTML5 web-based design, so you can use your mobile phone, your pad, your PC, and the notebook. Any devices can connect to the internet. Then you can see the topology in your because we are web-based, so you can connect to the internet. You can see the topology status for your network. And here we also support online Google Map and offline OpenStreetMap, so you can see the map street mapping to the device's location. And here is the login screen. Basically, most of the function is login the MS first step, and then you can discover the devices and draw in the topology. And left down side is the performance thread and Google Map devices to show the devices. Like this is a full screen for in the Google Map including. And here is a more detailed function. So like ring status, PoE, trunk, and the wireless LAN. The drawing line is a different color. So if you have the device in the future, you can see it's the difference in the AMS. And here is the performance analysis for our Ethernet device, and using the traffic monitoring. And here is the backup restore AMS database. And you can backup and restore your AMS database once you reinstall your AMS or upgrade AMS version. And here we also support the SMS and the email and the trap alarm to notice the administrator about the event, and also support event log. As you can see here, we have different severity, critical, normal here, just the example here. And next one, install and configuration. AMS, we have a 6 months free trial for our customer. So if you are interested for our software, you can download from link here, and we can, after the installation, we can provide the key to you. And once you send a mail to our ams.webaccess at advantech.com.tw. So after import the AMS key, you can use the AMS free for 6 months. Here is the step to install WebAccess AMS. Just double click the immersion and press next button, and all the information just keep the default and press next step. And after finish the installation, you will see the shortcuts on your desktop. You have WebAccess AMS. In the future, you just need to double click the link, and it will open the web interface to log in the WebAccess AMS. And here is some old version Firefox IE need to allow the web link. And here is the login the WebAccess AMS. Default username passwords admin. So then you can log into the software. And here, if you want to remove the AMS, you can see here's related programs like WebAccess AMS remove only, and Apache, Tomcat, and the MySQL server. Here is the all the software we install, including our WebAccess AMS. Here is the final page. After once you install the AMS, you will see the requirement need to import the key. So just need to mail the information to us, the mail address. We have dedicated person and send you the key to import. Okay. So here is example to send a mail. And after import the key file, you can log into the AMS and discover all the devices. And here is a basic configuration for your switches. Basically, it's also keep default. So here, nothing to change. Need to change. Here is a discover devices, the button, and after press the button, you need to input the IP address scope. Here, for example, here is 192.168.1.1 and 1.2. So you just need to input the IP address and press discover. And here will show you the device you discovered. Okay. So here it will show you the all the devices, like I said earlier. All the devices here, list the table. Okay, so here is the WebAccess MS first station, and I think we will keep going for next station because we have time. Our time is not enough. And next one, I will introduce ISM function. Okay. ISM function is one of our software development by Advantech, and purpose for the tool is a fast deployment your switches, like assign IP address and configuration, upgrade, restore, and firmware update, upgrade. So let's see the next station, next page. So in the network more complex, you can see how to fast deployment a new network and the maintenance existing network one by one. It will spend a lot of time, apparently. So if you use our ISM function, you can fast deployment. And here is some points that we have problem. So for our customer, so we will skip this one. And mostly, you can see the YouTube for a video to show the ISM how can do it. So in a legacy process, your engineer need to configure each device one by one. And if you have using the ISM function, you can configure just first one sample, and then you can restore backup to all the other switches will save a lot of time. So it's the difference for ISM, and save your time up to 90%. And the difference benefit for ISM is usually we configure one by one, and now here we configure is use synchronization wizard, so we save a lot of time. And in the basic, we know other brand using the OS base need to install the utility in their system, and here in now we embedded our ISM function in our web base, so every management switch is a server. You can measure each other, one to others, and using the AMS and to upgrade. And now we can use a web GUI, and the firmware upgrade. We can use the synchronization wizard to synchronize to all the switches. So it will save a lot of time to upgrade. Not only your configuration, but also your firmware. So it's very very good tool for your application. So here is a computer design magazine in USA. They report, they have some document news to talking about discussion about our new function, save a lot of time function. And here's how to do the ISM function process. You can see ISM, we have 3 major functions. First one is synchronization. You can synchronization your config and the firmware. And the next one, device operation. Because all the process in here is not saved into your flash, just in the running config in the RAM. So all the config and IP address you assign to our switches, you need to save all the devices and reboot at the same time. And the next one is rich IP configuration. You can configure the IP address one by one and by manual and by file. You can also support any MAC address AKI major switch by assign the IP address based on the MAC address, which means if you want to assign some MAC address with some IP address, you can use the function. And if you have time, we can demo the function later. Okay. Okay. Here's we have a lot of flexible function to change the configuration and IP address. Talking about the good features. And here is all the supported list switches here. And next one is a hang-on, but I think we don't have time today. Here, just show you the process we do, how we do it. And first one, you need to have a master to configure all the configuration in first one, and others is left. Then you can use ISM function to synchronize all the configuration of firmware to other slaves. In here for the application is the 1 to 2 major switch, and the other one is preview switch. So it's a separate. You need to separate to configure about it. And here is the web interface page, configuration page. You need to change the first one IP address, because by default all our AKI major switch the IP address the 192.168.1.1. So you have to change the first sample IP address first, and then select the ISM function, and you can use you open the web GUI page, and you press the scan button. All the model will list here. So must remember is we can sync and upgrade, sync configuration and upgrade firmware only for the same model. So if you have different model here, you cannot sync across in the ISM function. So here is show you the first one is the home icon. This is running the ISM function switch is here, and you can also make the line based on the MAC address from mini to maximum, and scan IP address. So here it show you the rich IP assignment. You need to import the file or to all the devices, and MAC address you need to make a file first. So, but it also including in our wizard. So you just need to press the export, and here is the second function is a device export. dispose all the devices to the file, then modify the MAC address and the IP address you want. So you can later import the file to assign the IP to our switches. And also in here, in sample here, you can use the range IP configuration wizard. Just press the utility and the range IP configuration, and send it will assign the IP address. You input the start IP address and end IP address, the mask and the default gateway. Then our ISM will assign the IP address following the sequence. So you can select the devices you want to assign the IP address in here, and just follow the wizard, press apply button, and all the IP address will change like this: 11, 12, and 13. So you can export the devices based on the MAC address, IP address, or other parameter. And then select the devices and export the devices. And click here to download file. So if you want to import a file, make it and assign the IP address by yourself, you can use the edit software to edit the IP address here. So the file, you can change the IP address and save all. Then and later you can input the file like this. Press range IP configuration and import by file. Then choose the file you just modify and press next step and apply. And finally go to the device page. You will see the new IP address already assigned to the new switches based on the MAC address. Okay. We also can assign different IP address for the switches. It's another more complex process. IP address. And here we can also support IP address one by one and assign by yourself. You just need to double click the switches icon. So you can see from here. For here, example here, we also change the IP address. Here is the batch configuration synchronization. So after the IP address also already assigned, then we need to configure the synchronization, all the config to the switches. So next one, because we only have the same model, can use the configuration wizard. So you select the same model and press next step. And the same model only have 7710E2C. Because in the first step, you can see here we mark red circle here. We have 27710E-2C. So these two models is the same model. So we want to synchronize the config for this from first one to second one. So in the first step, we select the source device. And next one, select the target device. We only have the second one is the same model, 7710E-2C. So we only can synchronize the two switches together at the same time. And press next step. So here you can select the any function you want to sync. Here we select the all except IP address and confirm it. Okay, so after press the button, all the configuration we already sync to the second switches. The next one is the firmware synchronization. It's also the same process, and press firmware synchronization, and okay, it's the same process. So we just show you the process web page. So as I finish the status, you can report the switches, and all the firmware will synchronize at the same time. Okay, thank you. Here is about the ISM function, and the final section is about the S-ring. So let's talking about S-ring function here. We will show you what is S-ring. The most major purpose is to ensure network stability. So you can see here is a S-ring topology. When the line crash, our S-ring will recover time under 20 milliseconds, even your network fail. And for the in the spanning tree or rapid spanning tree, its recovery take up to 2 seconds to 10 seconds, and S-ring recovery will only need to 20 milliseconds. So it's a function, major functions recovery time and support up to 250 switches, and also back compatible to AX7000 series. If you already use our phase-out models, AX7000 series, you also can compatible to all the management switches. And here is a basic redundancy for S-ring. You can see the ring. You need to assign the ring ID, and after connect as the ring master will select by itself. You don't need to assign anything. And once the ring, any connection failed, ring master will block the second ring port, and another one is forwarding port. And if the connection fail, the connection recover automatically under 20 milliseconds. So it's a major the ring behavior, and the ring master will depends on your connection. You will change. Will not always keep on one switches. And here's compare table from our ring NOS 1.8, 2.0, 3.0, and 5.0. And the latest one for S-ring Pro is NOS 5.0. You can see many specs improved a lot compared to the earlier products. So couple ring and the dual ring support is a new topology. And here the latest one also support the chain and the pair, and we will introduce later. And here list all the supported model list. In even the old switches and the latest ring models, we can all support it and backward compatible. And here show you the single ring topology. Here is the dual ring, and just remember every ring ID must different. So you have to remember the topology and then configure each switches by to separate the ring ID for each ring. And here is the couple ring. You can see the couple ring is connect two X ring together. So you can see the middle position, the ring ID is 30 is different from left side and right side. So the ID is 10, 20, and 30. So, okay. And here is a more enhanced topology, like a multi-ring. One major ring between the button. And normally here, this is a Raymond switch that is connected up to 4 rings here. And here's a dual homing. We can connect to S ring to compatible, connect to the third-party spanning tree protocol. Here's also a basic dual homing. And also we can support a trunk LSCP to connect the switches. Even the trunk is in the ring. So from this topology, you can see the X-ring probe for each connection. We here configure 3 paths for each connection, but actually we can support up to 8 paths. So, but I know it more connection for the ring topology. It will spend more cost here, because every port any port is a cost. Every port is a cost. So here is the redundant. We call it a redundant S-ring probe under with LAG trunk. So here is a new exchange support. You can see the green color switches here is S-ring or third-party switches. And now X switch can connect X-chain to link with other third-party switches for redundant. And here is a 250 manual switch test in our lab to test recover time. Okay, and then here is the ring configuration. We skip here. Okay. Here is just example to hands-on about S-ring. We have 4 switches and configure the ring ID. So first one is enable S-ring function, and next one is assign the ring ID and the first ring port, second ring port. So for example here, we configure the port Fast Ethernet 2 and the Fast Ethernet 8. So you can see the first switch 192.168.1.10. The port number is 2 and 8. And in the same ring, the ID must be the same. In here, for switch, you need to configure ID is 10. So after the config for the ring port and connect as the loop, you can see the ring master status. And the operation state is a master, and the port 1 Fast Ethernet 2 is black, and the port 2 Fast Ethernet 8 is forwarding. So here is the status about the S-ring. So if your topology only have a ring environment, it's very easy to configure the topology. If you want to see a status from the console, CLI command, you can type show S-ring plus. It will show you the ring status. And for LED status, if the ring is if the switch is a ring master, then you will see the RM LED will be on. It's So you can see the master is this switch. And here is the X-ray status to connect from our MS. You can press configuration and the web configuration. Then it will connect to the web GUI. So you can see the line in here. Barking port it will show you the X-ray status. And for the MIB file, you can see the ring status for the operation state is the master. So here is another one is the dual ring, and the dual ring is a switch to connect left side ID1 and right side ID2 S ring, two ring together. So in this topology, switch 1 need to configure to ID1 and ID2, and the port for ID1 S ring and ID2 S ring. So first step, S ring Pro, you need to enable S ring Pro, and next one, S ring Pro ring ID1 is a port 2 and port 7. So you press Add button, and you will see the information from here. The ID1 mode basic transit, and the 2 ports forward and forward. So first one is config successful, and next one is also ring ID1, and port is Giga Ethernet 7 and the Gigabit Ethernet 8, and press Add. So you can see the ring config successful. It's a second switch, and here is the major switch for the S ring. So you can see we need to configure ring ID2 for left side. Ring port is GE4, GE8, and the right side is ID2. Left side ID1, right side ID2, and ID2 is 4 and 8, and ID1, the ring port is 1 and 7. So you can see the switch config 2 items for S ring ID1 and ID2. And the last one, the ID2 S ring, and the port number is fascinator 8 and fascinator 4. So after press the button, Add button, you can see the port status. So it show you the port 2 is blocking. So it means the switch is a ring master now. So the LED will be ring master, LED will be on for this switch. So here show you the command line for the 2 switches status. Here is the hands on and the couple ring. Couple ring, the purpose to connect to S ring. So left side you can see the ID1, 2 switches, and right side is ID2, another 2 switches. And now we want to connect the 2 S ring together using the ID3. And how to configure it? Let's see it. First, enable S ring Pro. And for the first switch is left side, you need to enable assign the ID1, and ring port is 7, 8. And couple ring is the ID3, and the physical port is port 4. So you can see the orange mark here is the port 4 is connect to the ID3, the couple ring. So after at the button, you can see two items here. First ID1 is port 7 and 8. And the next ID, ring ID3 is a couple ring, and port number is 4. So we finish the config for the IP address 1.10. And next one is 1.20. The same process. The ID1 port is 7 and 8. And the couple ring is port 4. The orange here is a couple ring port. So we also have two items here. Ring ID1 is port 7 and 8. ID3 is a couple ring port 4, GE4. So the second switch config just is finished. And for 1.30 right side, the ID is 2, ring ID is 2, and the ring port is 7, 8. For a couple ring port, the port number is port 3. You can see the orange color here, port 3 for a couple ring port. So after press at the button, the ring ID 2 is port 7 and port 8. The ID 3 couple ring port is port GE3. So the switch is finished. And next one, the ID the .1.40, the ring ID is 2, and the ring ID is 7, 8. For the couple ring port, the couple ring ID is 3, and the port is port 3, 5693. And you can see the it depends on the master ring ID is 2. Sorry, I forget to introduce this. For a couple ring port, you need to first need to assign the ID is 3, and next physical ring port is 3. And also need to assign the master ring ID is crossing the ID 2. So here must remember the parameter, and then press 8. So after finish the config, you can see there are two item information. Ring ID 2 is for ring ID, ring is port 7 and 8. For ring ID 3, the couple ring physical port is port 3. So we finish the connection and config. So the typewriter now will be working now. So you can see the config from the command line, the ID and the port status for all in the black, Okay. So we can see the first show S3 plus the status. Now we have one blocking port, and for the couple ring, we also have the blocking port. For the right side, and ring ID 2 have one blocking port also. Okay. So here is okay. Here is hands-on for another couple ring, and dual homing. Dual homing is our S3 connected to the third-party switch like ISTP. So for the application, you just need to connect the port, any port to the S3 switches. Any port you can connect to it. This one is chain. So you can see the X ring is the green box or third-party ring for third-party switches, and blue box is exchange switches for Aki. You just need to configure the chain, head, and the tail, and other is all select the member. So the config is finished. Let's see the example configuration here. We have a switch Aki 7428 here. two switch as a LSDP connection, and now we have two exchange and to connect to the switches. For the ring ID 10 left side ring ID 10, we need to assign the head GE1 and the tail GE1, the port number, and the other one all config as the member port. So for the config, just see here. For first one, ID is 10, and the row is head. Then select the GE1. GE1 to connect to the head, and the GE2 connect to the member port. This is for the IPS 1.21. So the config for the chain just like this. And members ring ID 10 and two ring port is a member port, and for a tail it's a GE1 and port is a so the port 1 is the tail port, and the port 2 is connected to the member port. So you can see after the configuration successful, the chain will block one port, so it will block the tail, and it will block by itself. So we just need to configure the head port, member port, and the tail port. Three parameters. Okay, so so our training already finished until here. So thank you everybody.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay, for very useful information. So we got a couple of questions. The first one would be, what does ISM stand for? The second one is, does the network management support the third-party switches? And the third one is, can you show again the minimum hardware for the network management, which is requirement for the server hardware? So you got it? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Jay. Hello?
Vịnh đợi tí, các bạn đang chỉnh lại cái mic là bị vọng đó em. Để cho tiện á, em có thể gõ cái câu hỏi lên trên cái chat box á, rồi các cậu có thể theo dõi và trả lời từng câu một em ạ.
Hello, Vinh.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, this is Dorsey speaking.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I think after Jay's demonstration, and we can show, we can take about maybe 5 minutes to show our web GUI pages for you guys. So will the time will be okay, or you just want to maybe close the meeting right now?
Just 5 minutes is fine. It's okay.
Yeah. So okay, so we'll show you how our features of our switches web GUI. Okay.
Okay. So in the meantime, I would recover in Vietnamese for the audience, maybe very short.
Yes.
Vâng, anh chị ơi, trong cái phần này của bạn Jay thì bạn ấy có đề cập đến 3 phần. Phần 1 là cái phần một cái phần mềm để mình quản lý toàn bộ thiết bị mạng, và nó có support, bản thân nó support một số cái máy tính, ví dụ như là Uno hay là ARK. Thì cái license này mình sẽ phải mua cái license này. Nhưng mà tuy nhiên thì mình chỉ phải trả một lần cho cái phí license này thôi. Và nó sẽ có support các cái, như em biết các thông tin thì là có support các cái third party, kể cả các cái suite của hãng khác. Hiện hữu mình nó vẫn support như bình thường. Và cái phần mềm này nó chạy trên Windows tối thiểu là bản Win 64 bit thì phải. Bọn em đã cài thử thì nó cũng đang nhận đến 64 bit là đầy đủ các tính năng. Còn cái phần thứ hai bạn ấy đề cập đến là một cái tool để mình có thể là giúp mình assign các cái IP, mình cấu hình cái hệ thống lớn, chẳng hạn một cái nhà máy điện hay là một cái trạm mà có rất nhiều cái thiết bị mà mình cần cài đặt ấy, thì mình có thể là sử dụng cái tool là AXM để giúp mình assign cái IP cũng như là quản lý upgrade hay là update các cái firmware, thì quản lý tình trạng của thiết bị cũng rất là nhanh và dễ dàng. Cái phần thứ ba là cái phần cuối cùng, đó là cái phần nói về cái gọi là cái ring ấy. Thì có nhiều hãng khác nhau, người ta gọi các tên khác nhau nhưng bản chất nó là cái ring thôi. Thì nó có đưa ra một số cái như single ring, dual ring, couple hay là dual homing. Thì cái đấy mình hoàn toàn có thể linh hoạt được tùy theo cái topology, cái hệ thống hiện hữu của mình. Có thể mình sẽ phải kết nối đến cái thiết bị của suite của hãng thứ ba thì mình có thể sử dụng cái dual homing. Đấy, hay là một số cái tình huống mà mình muốn nó phức tạp hơn để mình tăng cái tính dự phòng lên thì mình có thể sử dụng một số cái như là couple thì cũng là một số cái option. Tiếp theo thì bạn ấy sẽ mở cái web page, là bạn ấy giới thiệu thêm cho mình về phần này. Ok, are you ready, Jay?
Okay, hello.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
So our first default IP address is 192.168.1.1. So you have to log in first. The default username password is admin. Okay, so here is our major page to log into the web GUI. You can see the left side, left top. Its model name is X70710G 2CPI. 2C is C is combo port. So we have 2 combo port, and the P is PoE. I is in a wide temperature switches. So we for this switch we have a 8 gigabit Ethernet port with 8 PoE port, and 2 combo port. Combo port means RJ45 and the SFP fiber port is the same port. So here, normally we will call this as 8+2 combo switches. And basically, you can see the IP address and some firmware version here. And for the other functions, you can configure the IP address here first, and protocol function like layer 2 switching function like spanning tree, SRAM Pro. Here is SRAM Pro. So first one to enable the SRAM, and the second one is configure the ring ID. Here's Trinh. They connect the ring ID and the first ring port and the second ring port. So it's a basic function to configure the SRAM. So we also demo show you the chain function, coupling function, and just forget to introduce the pair. If we have the chance next time, we'll introduce about this. And next one is our ISM function is under the tool ISM. So just press the button. So you can discover the switches here. So press again, because for the environment I only have one switch. So here you will see only one switch or discovered. Okay, so you'll see the switches here. And just as I say, you can double click the switches, and here you can configure one by one by your switches config by yourself. And like SMP, LLDP enable, PoE function, enable, disable, and a tool to save or reboot, upgrade firmware process. So here's the ISM function you can see, and other function like utility, you can see all the like export, device export, assign IP, configuration synchronization, and the firmware synchronization, all the function here. So it's our ISM function embedded in our switch. And because our major switch have a lot of function, so you can see the left side, the major items here, like tool, diagnostics, measurement, MNE function here. And most layer 2 function is like in here, just like a VLAN, span tree, SRIN. So if you want to enable the protocol level function in the layer 2 switch, and other like measurement is for AMS. You must enable the LLDP. Here need to enable LLDP, and the next one is the SMP trap. You need to input your NMS server IP address and the version here. So this is the basic information you need to enable to before you install the AMS server. Okay. So thank you very much. It's our web interface GUI introduction. Okay.
Yes, very nice. Thank you. So anh chị có câu hỏi nào thì mình vui lòng mình cứ đặt câu hỏi trực tiếp, hoặc là mình có thể là chat vào cái phần chat box được.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so any question about today's training courses?
Yes, so far we got a couple of questions. The first one is what ISM stand for?
So
And the second one.
Yes. Okay, so do you mean the ISM feature we supported with our AKI switches?
No, we have the NMS, stand for Network Management System, and we got ISM. So what does it stand for? Because you know, some of our customers, they would like to know, is that a manufacturer certification or just the name of the function?
Because this feature is implemented with our software functions, so this is not based on any certification or any standard.
All right. So that it's sort of feature the function only. It's not about the unique.
Yes, and also the IXM function is a proprietary feature with Advantech.
All right.
Yeah, so it's not the standard.
Yes. So the second question, you know, we some of our customers, they have deployed a lot of Advantech product. It's included the IPC, the ARC, the UNO, and of course AKI. So you know, they would like to manage from remotely. So we find that the network management system also support the IP device. So can we do the? You got it?
No, I cannot get your question. So could you just have more description for this?
Okay, let me put it this way. our customer, they have purchased a lot of IPC. It included ARC, the UNO,
Yes.
and EKI also included. So they would like to have the software or the tool like network management that we will introduce today. So to manage all of those device from remote. So can we support the other IPC like ECU or ARC or UNO so far?
So please hold on 5 seconds.
Yes. Anh Lâm ơi, cái của mình là mình dùng cho camera đúng không anh? Cái POE á.
So hi Vin.
Yes.
So do you mean that maybe you need to do the management with all the devices through our MMS?
Yes.
Like this?
Correct. Yes, correct. Can we do the customization for for the ECU 4000 and the ARC 3000 maybe?
Actually, our AMS does support EKI 7000 series and our protocol switches, and also some UNO series. But if you need the detailed information, I think we can provide you later.
Yes, it's okay.
Maybe for some wireless products like EKI 6311GN and
Yes.
our program switches. So I think I'll provide a list to you later, okay?
Yes, it's okay. It's okay.
Sure. And it does support with ARC.
Yeah, I got it. I saw the screen from Jay already.
Yes.
So just one more question left is the NMS support the minimum hardware for the server when we install the NMS software is OS maybe it's 64 bits, right?
Let me check. One. Okay, so can you see the screen that Jay just shared right now?
We are not sure that's the screen.
For the MMS server, our OS can be used with the 32 and 64-bit.
32, really? Because
yes.
we have we have demo for our customer, but when we install in the 32, it shows that some feature is not supported when we install in 32, so we have to upgrade to 64.
So do you know your customers' Windows versions? Is 7 or 8 or
yes.
Windows 10?
7. 7 OS, yes. 32
so
7.
I think it should be okay, but could you please provide more information for information from the customer and email to our AE team?
Yes.
They can have a issue and maybe they can dig it out what's the problem is.
Yes, absolutely. I will provide you later.
Okay. So I saw another question. You need
All right. I will
Under
answer.
20 milliseconds network ring recovery time.
Yes. Like he have the.
Yeah. This answer
Yeah,
is yes.
Yes. Completely comply.
Yeah. So any more questions?
Yeah, I think so. That's it. So very useful. One more useful information we got from Jay is exchange. So maybe one of our customer, they are dealing with the exchange when they they have the third party switch, so they asking about the exchange, and NMS is absolutely needs for the customer who have many devices in a different location. Yeah, I think so. That's it. Thank you, Tuturi and Jay for the time. Yeah.
Okay, I'll send a slide and a training courses material to you later.
Yes, please send to Vũ. It's okay, and then he will back to our customer with some some
Okay.
material document. So again, thank you for the time for joining us today. Hope that you have some useful information from this, and we will see you next Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you guys have any further question regarding to the configuration or any of that, so we would like to answer you guys on next Tuesday. So we'll see you.
Okay, see you next time.
Thank you.
Okay, bye everyone.
Thanks.